That's what. Can I call it?
Hey, everybody. We are live, and I'm talking low because Shelly's on a work call. So as soon as she's off the work call, I'll start yelling. But until then, welcome. Here's my special guest, Dustin from Wayward Wags, and Papa Drew from, well, Papa Drew. Say hello, guys.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. We're going to have some fun.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I'm outside.
Yep. Drew is outside on his balcony. Here, I'll do this.
Yeah, that's better because now
there you go. Yep. So you can see. So the topic of today's chat is going to be channel reviews, and that's why I asked. Well,
no.
See, it's all these people on here. Yeah, Drew, yeah, Dustin's got it easy. Dustin just goes. But so on here, because when you've heard me talk about, how I had somebody bring me a new one over a channel review, it was that guy. That guy.
I was being honest and truthful, and I hope that it was helpful.
I mean, I spent a week curled up in the fetal position in my closet afterwards, but I'm slowly getting better. But
I didn't do that.
So I guess put it like this: we're gonna, if you want these guys, well, three of us to give your, we're not going to go in depth because we've only got an hour on here, but we'll give you a quick channel review if you'd like, give you some quick pointers. Please take everything critically. We're for the sake of time, we're not going to sit here and say and try to fluff everything up, and then so the bad stuff doesn't sound so bad. We're just going to hit you. This is great. This is not great. This needs work. Okay. Again, all this stuff it's like everything else. You take it as you want. It's your channel. You do you. But if you take, I mean, Money Man down here.
No.
He gives great advice. And I think my cuckoo clock's off time wise. It just went off. So, so I got the number down here, so you can call us if you want, or you can just, if you want us to actually do your channel review on the air right now, just put channel review, please, in the comments, or call. And the first one I see pop up, that's the one we'll start looking at.
And I just want to say something. Have you ever seen the movie Die Hard? You ever seen the movie Die Hard? Huh?
Yeah, of course. The best Christmas movie right there.
Hey, yeah. You're on the air. Who's this? And they hung up.
All right.
That building right there?
Yeah.
Like a gazillion movies, and Die Hard is one of them.
Yeah. All right. Jerry Holly is wanting it. He's the first one I see channel review. So I'll try this again. Hello, caller. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm calling you too.
Hey.
I just saw you saw me though.
Okay, that's cool. All right. You want to stay online? This will go easier. I'm going to pull up your channel real quick. Okay. Well, not real quick. It doesn't appear like, but I'm trying.
I'm pulling up on my end too, so I can see. It's
yeah.
a small window.
You guys,
I want to be able to see it on my screen down here.
All right. So.
What channel is it?
It's Jerry Holly.
Jerry Holly.
With his brand spanking new logo.
Do you mind if you give me 2 seconds? One, I'm going to go get a hat so I can see the screen, Mike, if you don't mind. And then I'm going to go get my iPad.
The email.
Dustin, cover for me.
Are you still on your call?
Okay. If I can get out.
Okay, Shelly's off for call now.
Hey, we can be loud.
We can be loud. Let's be loud. I can turn the volume up where I can actually hear now. So
is
that
Jerry
was my
on the phone?
Jerry, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. So I'm going to share the screen real quick.
I need all kind of help.
All right. So I'm going to drop that. and
Cool.
drop the banner for now. Actually, it doesn't really matter, does it? Okay. So the first thing I'll do, let me get rid of the. All right, gentlemen, you want to take your either one, Dustin or Drew? What's your initial thought when you hit this page?
I'll start because Drew's getting settled with his hat there and stuff. So, the first thing I always look at is the initial impression when I open a YouTube channel, and the first thing I see is there's like three things that don't quite match up just from the initial look. So I see you guys in Toonstead and the RV, which is good, which tells me it's probably a channel about something about RVing, which is good. I would put some words up there that says like your channel name, and if you have a Facebook, Instagram, Twitter account, I would make sure I linked those in my cover photo. The other thing is
that logo does have a name on it for some reason. When I made it into a banner, I cut it off.
Yeah, if you go to Canva, there's their website called Canva, and you can plug in pictures into templates that will make them the correct size for different social media websites. canva.com.
I'm sorry.
canva.com. I think it'll hold my comment for review if I put it in the chat, because I'm not a moderator on Michael's channel. So then the next thing that I would see immediately is the channel name is Jerry Holly. So I would work on coming up with a channel name. If your niche is RVing, I would come up with a channel name that has something to do with traveling, adventures, or RVing, or something to that effect. Now, you can go a couple different ways. You can go the RVing route, you can go the travel route, the adventure route, or you can just go with something that kind of incorporates your name with like a pun or something. Like, we're the Wayward Wags, and the reason that we did that, we didn't want to put RV in our name because we don't think we'll be RVing all the time, but we might still want to stay on YouTube, so we can forever be the Wayward Wags. So just come up with something there. The third thing that I'll say is that your profile picture doesn't match the niche of your cover photo or your channel name. So you have like a fire engine there. It says Blazing 62. So immediately I'm confused whether this is a firefighter channel, an RV channel, or is this a personal channel just because the channel name is just your name? So all three of those things conflict.
Okay. No, I know I need some help on cleaning it up. That's for sure.
Hey, Dustin, I just made you a moderator too, so you can post links if you want.
What you don't have to put all your social media tags up in your banner. There's a spot for them in YouTube that you can add those, so you don't have to change that clip art that Toonstead did for you. But I went over to your about page, and I'm really confused. Is this your page or your grandkids' page? Because right off the bat in your about section, it's saying this is my grandkid's child or channel.
When I first started it, it was just them. It was just grandkids playing soccer and baseball and stuff.
No, I get that, but your about page is kind of confusing. Like, is this Jerry Holly's page or is this Jerry Holly's grandkid's page? Yeah. So that you want to clean up the about section, and you want to use a and I'm going to get disagreed with again, but you want to make it about yourself, but also about your subscribers and your family members. You want to include them in your about section to make them feel welcomed and into your family. You don't want to say this is all about me, when it's really about them and your grandkids and about everybody. So you can use some phrases about yourself, of course, because it's your YouTube channel, but also incorporate other stuff about them, that they're part of this journey, that your family members and your subscribers are part of this collective.
Okay.
And Jerry, I'm not trying to rip on you, brother. I'm just trying to help you out. So if I give you some criticism, or anybody out there don't think that I'm the know-it-all of everything, because I'm not. I have been doing it for 5 years. I did get professionally critiqued by vidIQ for free. They did critique my whole page for me and gave me a bunch of tips. So I'm not trying to rip anybody's channel. I'm just trying, because people get real touchy. I'm just trying to help out. Same thing as Dustin and Mike.
I'm not touchy at all. You tell me what I need to do. That's what I want to. I just want to make it better. Is all I want to do.
Cool.
Let's go into your thumbnails. Did you do his thumbnails yet, Dustin?
No, I'm still on the home screen. I wanted to, because I'm coming in. What I did was I entered your page as a new viewer, so that I can see your trailer video. And so I would say the comment I have on that is it should be about a 1 to 1.5 minute short video about who you are, what your channel's about, what you're doing in the RV community. Really quick. You don't lose people's attention, but this is just a little quick video. Right now, you just have like a 16-second video of a campfire and kind of a panning into the RV park. So that space right there is for trying to get someone who clicked on your channel for the very first time to connect with you and go, I like these people enough to where I'm going to subscribe and hang out and at least give them a shot. And then if I don't like them, I can leave later. But that's the hook. That's the trailer.
Yeah, if you don't want to make because I don't have a trailer on mine, but if you watch my intro to every video is a trailer. It tells, when you watch my intro, you'll see everything that my channel does on my intro. I incorporated all of that into the trailer. I need to make an intro video, but
it's not mandatory.
Yeah.
But currently you have one up that's not going to do you any good.
Okay. Well, that's good information. All right. I'm going to take all this advice in and try to figure out how to do all this stuff, but I'll get off here, so I'm sure people got questions.
Let's take a quick look. Let's take a quick look at your thumbnails, Jared, and we'll let you go, because those are that's another important piece. So I'll go ahead and pass that over to the guys.
Go ahead, Dustin. I'm seeing stuff right off the bat.
Yeah, there's quite a bit. I'm trying not to sound like I'm just beating somebody down. Yeah. It's tough. When you're reviewing a channel, it really is tough. So for those of you watching, it's tough to review someone's channel and be open and honest and not sound mean. So again, we'll probably keep saying that. We're not trying to be
mean. Let me have it.
So on your thumbnails, I would say consistency is key. So you want when people come, when you upload a video, you want people to, at a glance, be able to identify that this is a video that came from Jerry Holly's YouTube channel. You want something distinctive that you put on every thumbnail. For example, like if you look at Michael's thumbnails on Our Epic RV Venture, they have the same color scheme. They have the same fonts on the writing. They have the logo, all that stuff. So when I get a notification, even if I didn't see the name that it was Our Epic RV Adventure, if I glance into my feed on my YouTube, yeah, I just glance at a thumbnail, I know it's Our Epic RV Adventure. If I glance at a thumbnail, I know it's Papa Drew's RV, because the consistent font and color and scheme of things. So you want to do that first of all. The next thing is you don't want it to be too busy with wording or lettering. You want to hit that main topic. You want those letters to be big, bold, and I try to use 2 to 3 different colors, so that no matter what background I put those letters on, you're going to be able to read it. You don't want letters to get lost in the background of the thing. And you show your face on a lot of these, but and YouTube loves faces, smiling faces. But I would say, so what you're probably doing, I'm assuming, is taking the suggested thumbnail from YouTube and just using that. What you should do is whatever YouTube suggests, you take that, you find that place in your editing software, you screenshot that, because YouTube's suggesting that for a reason. They want that to be your thumbnail, but they're not going to give you any lettering or tell you what the video's about. So you take that screenshot, you plug it into whatever software you use to create your thumbnails, and then you put your wording on and all that stuff. The other thing I'll say is be careful about that bottom right-hand corner. Stay away from putting wording in that bottom right-hand corner because that's where the timestamp is. So any words that are down that bottom right-hand corner are going to get covered with that timestamp.
Yeah. So Dustin has all great points. I would definitely stay away from that bottom right-hand. What I do, and I'm going to tell you why we're saying to take what YouTube is suggesting for a thumbnail and run what that is. There's two different ways that YouTube pushes your content. One is a browse feature and one is suggested videos. Browse feature is, believe it or not, it's more important than suggested videos. What they're doing is when Michael first logs on to YouTube, right? YouTube doesn't know what Michael wants to see. He will after he clicks a couple times. The algorithm will pick that up and say, okay, these are something that Michael is interested in watching. We're going to put up a bunch of thumbnails. Boom, 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 boom. Up across the top of the screen or whatever he's browsing in. That's called your browse. So if you look in your analytics, you'll see a category saying browse. Thumbnails are the gateway to your channel above anything else. Now, when you go through and somebody's clicking on this is the click-through rate. This is very important stuff. When they click on your browse, YouTube hits that with the algorithm and it remembers that. Now it's going to start suggesting videos from your playlists or anywhere else. When you come back and start looking for more videos, it's going to start suggesting your videos. You want to hit those browse features really, really hard. And the way you do that is by taking a screenshot of what YouTube is suggesting, putting that into another program, and then writing a title on that thumbnail. Now, what I would do, and this is because somebody below me suggested this and it works, I would not put the title of the thumbnail the same as the description of the video. I would split those because somebody might be going through on your browse because YouTube's going to browse all these out. They're going to put them all out, a bunch of thumbnails. The description might catch somebody's eye, or the title of the thumbnail and in the body itself of the thumbnail might catch somebody's eye. You have two ways of catching that fish now. Instead of matching up what the thumbnail says with what the description says, you're kind of all your fish are in one barrel. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I would always separate it, and I would always leave my description and description of my thumbnail and description on the video as an open-ended question. Why do I want to click on this? Some sees Papa Drew's clean underwear. And then the thumbnail description might be, how did I clean it? You want to click on that because my underwear is cool. And what did I do to do this? Did I hang it out on my patio? Did I wash it in an ammo can? What did I do to make my underwear clean? Did I just go buy new drawers? You know what I'm saying? So you want to leave that open-ended question to pique somebody's curiosity, and then that browser that YouTube is suggesting to people, that YouTube suggesting that for a reason because it's going to get views. So if you can keep your browser up around 49, 50, 60% in your analytics, that's really, really good, and that'll bring up your suggested. I guarantee it. Dustin, have you found out the same thing?
Yeah, all the good points and stuff, and I don't know if Michael wants to stay on one channel, or we can jump to another channel, and then we can hit different areas of that other channel. That way, we're looking at multiple channels because we can get through a bunch of different stuff. Yeah. But I can stay on Jerry's channel all day, but I want to give other people a chance too.
Yeah. Let's do that because like I've told you guys before, they've heard. I mean, now that you know the evil channel reviewer down here, I mean, 2 pages, single spaced, not a nice thing to say in any of it for me. I'm kidding. He did have 2 nice things.
There was some good stuff.
Yeah. But Jerry, I hope, if nothing else, that's a good starting point for you.
Yeah.
And for everybody else.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Jerry, for calling in too.
All right.
You're the first caller, by the way, ever. So yeah. So you win the prize.
All righty. Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
All right. Bye.
Thanks, Jerry.
Yeah. So for everybody that joined in kind of in the middle of that, what we're doing is obviously we're doing channel reviews like the title says, and we've got Papa Drew and Dustin from Wayward Wags down here. Oh, I'm sorry, Papa Drew from Papa Drew and Dustin from Wayward Wags. And hopefully you caught a lot of what they were just saying about Jerry's page, because that pretty much applies to everybody's channel, at least the information. So up next, we've got, oh, and also real quick, I switched to an incognito tab. So you'll see that I'm not subscribed, but I'm also not signed in either. So don't think I'm not subscribed to your channel. Hey, who's this? Hello?
They're real low.
They're not talking at all.
Is the audio on the shared tab, Mike?
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, I got it on.
Okay. Make sure you got the YouTube tab muted.
I do.
Okay. Who's this?
Echo? Yes, sir. Is there an echo?
No echo. Is this John?
You hear me? Yeah, this is John.
Okay, let's do you later, because right now we got your M&K Outdoors is next, and then we're going to look at your channel.
Sounds great.
So call back.
Will do.
All right. So M&K Outdoors is now M&K Outdoors, and so anyway, like I was saying, I have an incognito tab open so I can look at it like a first time viewer. So it'll show me as not being subscribed because I'm not even logged in for that matter.
So some of these I was subscribed to and YouTube unsubscribed me, so now I'm resubscribing.
That seems to happen a lot actually, and I'm lately especially.
It just happened with Jerry's. I know I was subscribed to him.
So
so if you see me subscribing, don't get upset.
You want me to call back?
yeah, call back.
Okay, will do, sir.
Thanks. All right, so here's M&K Outdoors, and M&K, you can call in if you like, or you can just listen. And I'll pass it down to the guys down below.
I'm pulling up on my computer so I can see it on a bigger thing real quick.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm there. I have it on the YouTube. So cool banner, except for you have a lot of wasted space on that banner. You could fill up some more of that space on that banner for sure. It's cool. The font on the banner is not matching the font in the thumbnails. I try and match my banner font to my thumbnail font. At least keep it real close to the same, so everything is uniformity, right? The key to industry is standardization. It applies here with aesthetics as well. I would match the font with the thumbnail font.
Yeah. Do you
Again,
see the
I don't see
thumbnail?
social media tabs.
The second thumbnail to the right with the kid holding I guess it's a pickerel. That's what I was kind of talking about when we were talking about Jerry's channel. I can't read any of the font. I can't read any of the words in that thumbnail. So even if you threw like a black glow behind those yellow letters,
Right.
you'd be able to read those words, where those words totally are lost in the woods. Behind them, I don't know what it's saying.
He looks happy though.
Yeah. Just be aware of that. So.
A real quick thing with the thumbnails that I just thought of too is when you're putting your text on your thumbnails, be mindful that YouTube always puts that timer in that lower right-hand corner. So make sure you don't have any letters over in that lower right-hand corner, because there's nothing you can do to get rid of that timer. So it'll always be there. So if you have words that bleed over to the right side, they'll be covered up. So you definitely want to make sure you're not doing that.
The font, your font isn't consistent. You have like a mystery unboxing, a green font there, and you have another one with homeschool down below with green font, and the rest of them are yellow font. Your fonts are all slanted, except for that one that's just straight on the bottom. And I know it's hard to put your font the same every single time, but at least if you're going to slant font, try and keep it slanted. I've kind of put a black box behind mine on my orange font that I use. I use a Sandrail script font that I really like, just to make it pop more. But then I have different types of thumbnails. I have a call-in thumbnail for the Versus Challenge, and then I have an interview thumbnail with a couch, and then I have my regular playlist thumbnail, so you can kind of see what they are when you come up. But all my font is consistent throughout the whole thing.
Can we, hey, Michael, what
Yep.
do you use to create thumbnails? What
Yeah, I use TubeBuddy. And the nice thing I like about TubeBuddy is, and Canva's the same way, is you can have templates. So what I do with TubeBuddy is within where you can edit the information in your video, the description and everything, where the thumbnails are. If you have TubeBuddy, it says create thumbnail. You click on it, you can either choose from a still image, upload a still image, or you can or you can pull it out of your video. And that's what I always do. I just pull it out of my video. So I find something in the video and I pull it out. I apply the template to it. I change the wording because the wording the template is whatever wording's in it is what you use when you made the template. So every one of my templates says something about Disney with a service dog because that's when I made the template. Yeah. But obviously not all my videos are about Disney with a service dog. So it literally can take me 5 minutes to make the thumbnails that I use. So it's just that quick and easy because the key to me, from what I learned from both of these guys, is you want it consistent. You want to be able to read it. When I've struggled with that, getting the right font, size, colors, and things like that. And you want it to, carry on that same consistent image or theme, your banner, your logo, your thumbnail should all have same or similar colors and fonts. So, because that's your brand. And the other thing on that too, and you got to be real careful because I've seen some people in the comment mention using some of the different YouTube template things out there. You have to be real careful because if you're using some of these YouTube templates for your thumbnails or your logos or your banners, then your logos and banners are going to look almost identical to a lot of other people's logos and banners. So you're not going to get that separation. So it may look like a cool video, a cool thumbnail or whatever, but if it looks like everybody else's, it's going to be ignored.
Yeah.
That was not a caller. That was my other Google Voice number, and that was probably something to do with my car warranty expiring.
I'll also mention that, so another thing that I do, I schedule all my videos to post. And that's another way that I test my thumbnail, because when I'm creating my thumbnail, I'm creating it on my laptop, and it's huge. And to me, it looks great on a big screen, but you need to test that thumbnail. You need to look at that thumbnail on the smallest device that you have. And can you scroll through there and read your thumbnail without straining on the smallest device that you have? Because a lot of people watch YouTube on their phone. And so it might look good when you're creating the thumbnail, but when it goes to a mobile phone, it might not be legible. So test that out.
I make all my thumbnails on my cell phone.
Yeah,
all of them. That's why I create my thumbnails, and I use two programs: Typomatic and Pixelmatters. Pixelmatters does all the. I can put in all the background and the images and all that stuff. I can cut, trim, do whatever I need in that, and then Typomatic does my lettering, color, and sizes it to a YouTube thumbnail, Facebook thumbnail, or whatever I want. Now, those are Apple products, so it kind of sucks when you're not an Apple guy. But
I'll tell you what I use, and some of you are going to be surprised. Some of you already know. For my thumbnails, I use PowerPoint. And it's super simple. If you've ever made a PowerPoint presentation, you take your picture. I take my screenshot of where I want my thumbnail to come from in my editing software. I paste it onto a slide. I put my lettering on that, and then I save that slide as a JPEG, and that's my thumbnail.
Yeah, and also for those of you using vidIQ has a thumbnail maker as well. I've played with it a little bit, but I like the TubeBuddy one better for myself. We used to use Canva, and that's a really good one. So just to move on, let's go ahead because we talked a lot about thumbnails already. Because honestly, they're really that important.
They are,
and we probably could spend multiple shows just talking about thumbnails, and still not cover everything we should with thumbnails. That's just how important they are. So let's talk about his about page. And a question I have, because I've seen some people ask me this question too. So I ask you guys, okay, on their about page, I'm not talking about the description at all, but there's no email or contact information. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, there is an Instagram link, but it's not a hyperlink. It's just the text. So you would have to paste that into your browser. That needs to be an active link.
Hey, who's calling in? Who's the caller? You're live and on the air.
This is Gary. Just wondering if you take requests.
Not from you.
I'd like to hear "Love Me Tender."
Okay, we'll do. You just got to put some money in the tip jar. We'll have Dustin singing that shortly.
Yeah.
Bye, Jerry.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, the Instagram link, because if you go into edit that page as the user at the bottom of that page, you can put in all those links, and it'll come up in your banner automatically, and it'll also be listed out in your about. It has a hyperlink. So
it's all really what you're trying to get out of it too. And
right.
So for me reading this, I'm thinking, okay, they're not in it to grow much or make a bunch of money or anything like that. It looks like they're just dad and daughter going out having fun fishing, and that's cool. So maybe you don't want links in there, and that's fine too. Just kind of you got to tailor it to whatever your goals are, whatever because I mean you think about it. There's only a handful of giants on YouTube, and the handful of giants on YouTube are putting in handfuls of giant time to grow these channels. So, I mean, if you want full-time income, you got to work full-time hours, right? So whatever you put into it, you're going to get about 10% back out of that from YouTube. You don't get in what you put in. You don't get out what you put in. You get out with about 10% what you put in.
on a good week.
The other thing I want to harp at, I just went and looked at your playlist. So you have a bunch of videos down here. And then if you look at your playlist, you have 3 videos in your playlist. All your videos should be in at least 2 playlists. This one video should be in 2 playlists. So how I do it, if you look at my channel, I have a playlist with I think over 150 videos in it. It says all of Papa Drew's videos. Every single video I make goes into that playlist. And if I'm then I made another playlist for live. Then I did another playlist for RV park reviews. So when I'm doing a video, say I'm reviewing an RV park, it goes into that playlist and in all of Papa Drew's playlists. That way, when somebody clicks on your video, the next video up is yours. You'll get more watch times. You'll get more subscribers. It will absolutely help. And I'm very critical on playlists.
And for you at M&K Outdoors, that'd be pretty easy because you can break yours into like saltwater or freshwater, and then break it down by a different fish type. And then if you ever go fishing by yourself, this one's just me, and this one's me with the daughter, and this one's you could break that down to a lot. And if you look in your analytics, once you create those playlists, you start looking at what people are watching. So, and there's some people who are going to want to watch freshwater fishing only. They don't care about saltwater fishing, so they're going to go watch the freshwater playlist. And then, so our best performing one on our channel is I have a playlist that says start here to watch from the beginning. Because whenever people find your channel, they want to binge, they want to catch up, they want to know what they missed. So if you have a playlist that just says start here to watch from the beginning and put all your videos in there, that's where people go to binge, and you get a lot of watch time in playlists like that. And
trust me, you're going to need watch time. I'm catching up on mine, which I want to thank everybody again for running playlists.
Okay, so hopefully that gives you a good starting point too. I just saw this question. If I missed any other questions, I'm sorry, but here's a good question. Is there value in converting a live stream video, like changing the thumbnails, adding real description, et cetera, to your regular videos? My thought is it depends on what's in the video. I mean, if it's the video of people talking and is all over the place, I would say no. But if it's a focused live stream on a certain topic, maybe.
So I can answer that because I just did, as everybody knows in here, we do the Try Not to Laugh videos, which both of them have been on recently, and one of them's coming back on Friday. But I did the video with Traveling Robert. That has been put into my live stream playlist and all my Papa Drews, and I've almost got 1,000 views on that video. People are still watching that video, and the retention time on that is over 18 minutes on that one video. So
Good.
people are going, they're searching Traveling Robert. That video is popping up, and people are still watching it, and that's a live stream. That's over an hour live stream that people are still watching. So there is value in your old live streams as long as they have information in them.
So
Or
to answer the other part of that question about descriptions and et cetera into your live, some people just go live and there's no description or anything in their description of their live videos. We have ours set up to default. Our description is already set up with all the major information about all of our links to all of our playlists, links to subscribe, our Amazon affiliation, our Patreon, our Wag Swag store. Everything is already built in YouTube default. So when I click on go live, boom, it's already automatically there. So I don't even really think about it.
Yeah. And if you don't know what he's talking about, if you go into YouTube Studio under settings, there's one called upload defaults. And that's where you put in, you can even have a default title. And this will go to all videos, not just live stream. Every video you upload will automatically have all these defaults. And I do exactly the same thing because it has all my links in it. So then all I got to do is put in the little bit of verbiage for that specific video, and everything else is done. And even a couple of different keywords as well.
Right.
So,
If you want to do an SEO video one time, Mike, I'll help you do that.
yeah.
I'm pretty good on that, but that's a whole other topic.
Yeah, I'm slowly learning SEO.
Thomas had a good question. What if they want to watch your most recent video? That's why I call them buckets. I have different buckets that I drop videos into. All Papa Drew videos will play my most recent video. So if you want to watch my playlist, you can go to all Papa Drew's videos. My most recent video should be at the top, or you can select most recent video from that
YouTube.
list. All my videos are in there.
YouTube automatically does that for you. When you go to someone's channel, it'll show like the first 5 most recent videos that they posted automatically for you anyway. So it's really, you should put them in playlist, but for the most recent, those are going to be there. And we'll talk about probably on on someone else's channel review, but end cards, we'll talk about that, or end screens and clickable end screens and cards. We'll talk about that when we get to the next channel because.
Okay, for the sake of time, we've got 5 at least that I know of lined up. So we're not going to take any more callers on this show. But we're going to go to the RV traveling MIA researcher next.
Cool.
And I'll give you guys a minute to get there. We'll try to get through as many as you can. And if we don't get through everybody, we'll just do this. We'll just do this again at another time. I've actually had my channel reviewed by different people multiple times already.
And while we're waiting and pulling everything up, I want to say that John from RV Traveling MIA Researcher is a great dude. He does great work with finding stories for veterans and people who have families who have served. So thank you, John, for the work you do for veterans.
I would the first thing I would do, John, is get rid of the down arrow because I'm looking at it in a laptop and it says subscribe with a down arrow, but on my laptop it's pointing to nothing. On a computer, it's pointing to the subscribe.
On a desktop.
Yeah, it's pointing to the subscribe thing. I get it on a computer, but on a iPad, it doesn't. You could probably get rid of the arrow and just put subscribe.
Yeah, you got to be real careful when you're putting arrows and things like that because of all the different, not only the different types of devices that can be looked on, but the different size monitors. You know, even a laptop will have a different size monitor, and they may have it really big or really small depending on how good their eyesight is. So unless the arrow is pointing at something in the picture itself, I'd stay away from arrows altogether.
And I'll say, John, it says on your cover screen there, it says Bears Adventures, RV Travel with John and Shannon, which is great. Have your logo there. Doesn't match the name of your channel, so you got to kind of figure out what your priority is going to be, or what your personality is going to be, or what your brand is going to be.
Hey, Dustin, let me break you in here for a quick second because John and I actually talked on the phone yesterday and we talked about this. Here's the question. Here's the question that I have, and that is, should he break it up into 2 different channels?
Yeah, because
two completely different things he wants to do.
Yeah, because I'm
Yeah.
looking at this and it's like, does he travel with a bear in his RV? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is Bear's adventures? Does he have a brown bear and he goes around scares the hell out of kids in an RV? Like in what's that movie where he put the bear in the ice cream truck? That was Borat.
And whoever was calling, I'm sorry. I said we're not going to be able to take callers anymore because we're just trying to get through these channel reviews. So I'm not answering the phone anymore right now. You can leave a message if you want, but I'm not answering the phone for the rest of this live, so we can get through as many of these channel reviews as we can.
And I will say, John, while you're still a small channel and while your YouTube channel is still young, you need to make that change sooner rather than later. Because if you rebrand when you're too big, you will lose a lot of what you worked for. People will go away.
Yeah, I got lucky when I
They'll
rebranded at 500.
see a channel that they're subscribed to, that the channel changed, and they'll think, well, I didn't subscribe to that channel, and they'll unsubscribe, not even knowing that it's still your channel. So it just causes confusion. So while you're young and smaller channel, I would make that decision quickly.
If you want to, I would either do one of two things. I would move the logo that's in the channel art, the banner art, to the bottom, or move the bottom logo that says RV Travel MIA Researcher to the banner art, and change the names. And then you can go ahead, and YouTube made it super easy that if you change the name of your YouTube channel, you can get a new URL now. I know because I did it. So I actually rebranded my channel at 500 subs.
So I want to talk about some different things on this channel than we've talked about on other channels, because I mean they've kind of already got the pointers from the other channels, but I want to talk about different things. So I will go, and this is controversial because I've reviewed several channels and I've gotten feedback about these kinds of comments, and some can agree and some can't, and that's cool. I'm just going to give you my opinion. Okay, so if you look at your channels tab, okay.
I was going to ask you that question, Dustin. So like you're reading my mind. That's kind of scary, but go ahead.
Yeah, if you look at your channels tab, this shows you, this basically shows you who you're subscribed to, and there's 3 reasons why I cleared my channels tab on our channel. Reason number 1 is it gives the viewers the opportunity to click away from your channel. Not that you don't want them to visit these other channels, but especially if you're not monetized, you want to keep those people on your channel as long as possible, in your playlist, in your videos, watching your stuff. So you don't want them to click away from your channel. And I don't mind if in your videos you plug another channel and say, hey, you should go watch this channel or check out their stuff. But don't give. It's like running an online business. It's like Amazon putting a link to Walmart on their website. You just wouldn't do it because you don't want people clicking away from your brand, away from your stuff. The second reason is everybody can see who you're subscribed to, and there are people out there who say, well, if he's not subscribed to me, I'm not going to be subscribed to him. So then they'll unsubscribe to you. So there's reason number 2. And reason number 3 is it just, to me anyway, when you show all the people who you're subscribed to, it makes it appear as though you are a content consumer versus a content creator, if that makes sense.
Yeah. The Traveling Pisces would like to know, how do you edit that tab?
It's under your it's under, when you go into your channel, up at the top right of your banner, it says customize, and I think you customize it right there.
And this is real true advice, because my channel's on there.
Yeah, me too.
Here's
I'm
another.
telling you to take that off, and don't get people to click on my channel to go away from your channel. You want people to stay on your channel.
So here's another piece of advice that was given to a friend of mine, a really big channel, and YouTube. And I don't know if a lot of people know this, but YouTube will assign somebody to you when you get big enough. They will assign you a coach.
Morning, YouTube family. This video I normally would not do.
Oops, sorry guys.
Is for
what they said, for smaller channels under 500-ish or so, don't show your sub count. Take your sub count off so they can't see how many subs you have. The reason they do that is because when people are browsing browsing through all your thumbnails to click on your thumbnail. If they see like 500 or less on the subscriber count, they might not watch your video because you don't have a lot of subs. So
Well,
if you take that subscriber count off, they can't tell how big your channel is. You have more of a chance of people clicking on it to watch your content. And I did that for a long time, and I gained a lot of subs that way.
well, I'm gonna disagree with Drew here. So this is gonna be the first time we disagree. So I disagree with Drew, and here's the reason why. The only reason that you would have to not show your sub count is because you're a small channel, in my opinion. So if I see that you're hiding your sub count, I already know you're a small channel anyway. I'm going to watch your stuff based on a recommendation, and then if I like your stuff, I'm going to subscribe to it. And if I don't, then I'm just not.
Yeah.
And I want to see the sub count because I want to know if I was one of the first 100 to subscribe, and then 2 years from now they're 20,000, 30,000 strong. I'll be like, man, I was there the first 200, man.
Yeah, and you could look at a video views and kind of get a gauge anyway on how big a channel is. Not always, because I see a lot of channels with like 40,000 subscribers and they're barely pulling 40 views on a video. You know,
I'm just giving advice of what YouTube has told creators to do when they're smaller.
The next one we have up for bid, gentlemen, as we're running fast here, is Amy McFarland, the Off-Grid Empath.
Oh,
yeah, that's a long one.
I'm looking in the comment to find the name of that.
And while you're looking for that, Thin Blue Lane says if they're clicking there, maybe they are looking for other like-minded pages after they watch your videos. And that's true. And if they find a similar channel that they like better than yours, then they're not going to come back to yours. And that's why these guys are saying leave that blank.
And hey, look, I'm not. If you about the channels tab, and I'll say the same thing about if you look on the home page of your YouTube channel, there's an opportunity on the far right hand side to recommend other channels to watch. My recommendation would be to clear that also, because it just gives people the opportunity to click off of your channel. Now, when you get bigger, you get monetized, and you're where you're at comfortably in YouTube, then cool, add those back to endorse those other channels. But while you're trying to grow, man, while you're trying to make it. Don't take people away from your channel.
Yeah, once you hit KYD levels, do what you want, because
unless you're the only thing I would say about that is unless you're trying to do collabs, there is a school of thought where I'm going to send traffic to Michael to watch, his viewers to watch. Michael's going to then in turn promote my channel and send traffic to me. If you're doing something like that, which is cross trafficking, which is very powerful, you want to make it easier for the other people to go over to Michael's channel, but in turn, Michael's going to send people to your channel.
Yeah,
and that's the other school of thought on that. Yeah, I'll absolutely do that. Like if we do a collab, I'll definitely put links in the description. We just did a video on, I don't remember what it was on, but I mentioned several different channels in it, links in the description. But I mean, it is a pretty big space over there on the right-hand side, and it does catch your eye to see those other channels over there. And it does pull attention away from even me anyway. Maybe I'm just like a ADHD squirrel kind of guy, but it does pull my eye to that side of the screen.
Yeah, if you're doing collab videos, for sure. I mean, I've done 3 collab videos in a row here for this past week, and I put a card in there in the video, taking you to that person's channel. There's a link in the description to that channel, and of course I say the channel in the video, and so that's what I've been doing and I don't know what else I can do to point to the other channel that I'm collaborating with, because that's the whole point of collaboration is my audience gets introduced to another channel and their audience gets introduced to us, and so hopefully we grow. So we're running quick on time. I don't know if Amy's still in here because I haven't seen her pop up.
Let me ask you, Mike, do you turn into a pumpkin in an hour?
Well, there's another. I think Jerry Holly comes on after me.
Okay.
And I don't like stepping on other people's live streams. If somebody has a live stream going, I'm not going to go. So.
All right, let's get this one done.
Cool. I was going to mention before on the last channel, but I'll mention on this one because the same thing applies on the trailer video. You want your trailer video to be about a minute to 2 minutes because the average adult attention span is 8 seconds. Do you know that? 8 seconds. So every 8 seconds, you have to grab someone's attention. That's the same thing throughout every video you make. Every 8 seconds, you got to re-grab their attention. And so it's hard to do in a trailer video because you're really just talking about who you are, what your channel's about, how it's going to help the viewer, or why it's going to keep their interest, and then why they should watch. Something very short. So immediately when I go into a trailer video of a channel, especially if they don't immediately start talking about themselves or their channel or what they're about or whatever, I'm out.
Yeah, I groan when I see the 12-minute trailer video. No.
Yeah, you got to think it's called a trailer video. That doesn't mean a mobile home trailer. It's like a movie trailer. Who are you?
I like the short 1-minute movie trailers. I'll watch those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'll probably get good retention time on that too.
And your trailer is not designed for you to get views or watch time. Your trailer is designed to grab their attention, make them want to be interested in staying with your channel and subscribe, and then go watch your 10 to 15 minute video that you're going to talk about.
That's why I don't even put one up.
Okay. Just real quick on her about page, if you look, because we talked about this on M&K. See, if you put the links in, here they all are at the bottom. If when you edit this page, there's a link section, and you can just put them in there, and then they're already hyperlinks, and so they work really well. And then it also automatically puts them up here as well, so you get it in both spots.
If you're dropping links, make sure you test them to make sure they work.
Absolutely. Yeah, don't be mean.
Links in that don't work.
Thin Blue Lane just commented that you're not subscribed to Amy. Hey, he's in an incognito tab and he's not signed in. So if you don't see that on Michael's screen, it doesn't mean he's not subscribed to your channel. He's just not signed in the normal way.
Yeah. And if you look over here where it says sign in, that shows you that I'm not signed in. So
thumbnails, again, they're all over the place, Amy. Try and get a consistent theme going so they all look uniform. Bing, 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 bing. Same font, and then a lot of faces. YouTube likes to see smiley faces. Not mine, but other people's.
Yeah, I've been asked, we'll go to the discussion tab. I've been asked a lot about the discussion tab. What's it for? Why do I have a discussion tab? What's the functionality behind it? If you are less than 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 watch hours, don't worry about your discussion tab. If you get anybody that comments in there, YouTube doesn't even send you an alert that you have a comment in there. It's just a placeholder. That's going to be your community tab once you get monetized.
I don't see a discussion. It's not even on an iPad. It's not in here. That might just be on a computer.
Yeah. So don't worry too much about your discussion tab.
Yeah. All right. The last one we're going to look at is Senior Sister.
You know what? Somebody else was there way earlier than that. It was
they were. Did I miss them?
Yeah, and I can't.
I was trying to make a list of them. Full-Time Dream. Full-Time Dream. That's right. I'm sorry. I skipped them on my list. Full-Time Dream.
They've been in everybody. Yeah, Full-Time Dream. They've been in everybody's videos and chat rooms and everything else. They're really spreading the love over there, which is everybody else is, but I just see them everywhere I go. I think they're stalking me.
They probably are.
Yeah.
Okay, Dustin, you just want to run through this one real quick? Full-Time Dream.
I'm still waiting for it to pull up. My computer's slow out here. I'm in the middle of the woods.
Yeah. So just looking real quick, again, you got to have your social media links over here on your bottom of your banner, and we just talked about that, so no need to go through that again. You've got
They're doing a good job.
Your trailer video is just under 2 minutes, so that's a pretty decent time.
They need to link more stuff into their playlist. Playlist.
Shelly just knocked something over.
Oh man, hang on, give me a second because I wanted to highlight a couple of different things that we haven't talked about on other channels. So I'll say while I'm waiting for this to load, everything that we've talked about, even if we didn't talk about it on your channel, if we talked about it on another channel, go and look and at your channel about what we talked about on another channel, because I did see a lot of the stuff that would apply to most of the channels that we've seen today. So just because we didn't talk about it when we were reviewing your channel doesn't mean it doesn't apply to you. You can use all these notes across every channel we've talked about and probably make some improvements for your channel.
I'd like to see a bigger about section on their channel. It's very small. I think it's a sentence. You gotta give them some meat and potatoes. Give them something to get excited about, and then let them know how much you appreciate them on your about.
Yeah. And also this contact us, HTTPS, Ron Judy RV and Gmail, that's not a real link. That's not going to work. And neither is the HTTPS at Full-Time Dream RV. So those aren't even real links. So you definitely need to get rid of those.
Okay, we finally have one that I can talk about here. If you click on one of the videos and play the videos, there's no watermark. So what a watermark is it's a place embedded in your videos where people can subscribe to your channel. It's usually in the bottom right-hand corner, and you can make it whatever picture you want. A lot of people have their logo down there. A lot of people have just the word subscribe. For me, I put subscribe. It's free because, the older population, they say, oh, subscription, that's going to cost me money. I don't want to subscribe. So you got to make sure that I wanted to make sure that people know that it's free to subscribe to our channel. But if you don't have that in your videos, you're missing out on opportunities for people to just easily click and subscribe to you. If they see something in that video that they like, they're more likely to hit that subscribe button in the video because there are other opportunities, but you don't want them searching. So you want that subscribe button in as many places as possible. I put that thing in the description of my video. I put it in the middle. I put it at the end on the end cards. I put it on everywhere I can put a subscribe button. I'm putting a subscribe button.
Yeah.
It's free too. The same. I think I have the same button you do.
So we've covered a lot. We went through a bunch of channels. Unfortunately, we're kind of up against the clock here, so we don't have time to hit those last two channels. But this is especially true for those people who came in late. Watch this video from the beginning and watch the channel, because we did a very in-depth interview with Jerry Holly's page, and that'll apply to everybody in one form or fashion. So keep going, go through this video, go through it multiple times from different accounts if you have to. That's okay. I could use the watch time. And but I want to thank Drew and Dustin here for sharing their knowledge and expertise. And hopefully they've made my channel better. As soon as I implement all the things they suggested, it'll probably be even better. But I'm just slow. But those guys, wealth of information. Again, like anything else, they don't mean that if you took anything to be critical or offensive, like I said in the beginning of this video, for the sake of time, we're just going to talk straight up, person to person, without the flowery stuff. So you got the the meat and potatoes instead of the fluffy sides. So just take it with that. And again, you take what you want to take out of this. It's your channel. You do what you want to do on your channel. These guys, pretty smart. And everything they said is not something they came up with on their own. It was something that was passed on to them as well. Yeah. So, and from much larger channels. So, it's not like this was just, Drew pulled this out of his hat or Dustin pulled this out of
Uranus.
I almost said it.
Uranus.
Almost choked.
I had to, man.
Where's Leslie when you need her, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear her laugh, so.
I didn't want to show.
So yeah, guys, I want to thank you. I'm not sure who comes up next. I think.
Can I say?
Oh, Shelly just dropped the link. It's Jerry Holly, and.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
On tomorrow we have a brand new channel coming in that I'm going to do a review on. If you don't mind me plugging a little bit.
By the way.
Jarhead and Ginger's Journeys. They're going to be live with me tomorrow. Their small YouTube channel right now under 100 subscribers. We have a lot in common because we were both former jarheads. And then on Friday night, I have this gentleman down here, Uranus Master. He's going to be battling what is it? Endless RVing. Friday night, try not to laugh and stuff. And we will have our phone lines open for both of them. So please tune in for those. I think you're going to enjoy both of those that we have coming up. That's really all I got. And thank you very much for watching my playlist. And
Yeah, thanks.
I'm very humbled.
What do you got coming up? Anything? You going anywhere exciting?
Now, just our regular Sunday videos that come out every Sunday morning. Other than that, we're not live again until second week of May, so it'll be a while for that. But just hanging out, waiting for this whole thing to pass. But we appreciate you having us on today. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay, we're 1 minute over, so I apologize for going over on the next live stream because I hate, like I said earlier, I don't want to step on somebody else's live stream. So thanks, everybody, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks for having me, man. Bye, everybody.